What's up, everybody? Kid Moto 22 here, coming to you guys today on my morning commute. And what I wanted to talk to you guys about is really whether you think your motorcycle is a tool or a toy. Welcome back, everybody. Kid Moto 22 here. And I don't know if you all remember, but early on when I started motovlogging, it might have even been at the beginning of this season. I wouldn't say when I started motovlogging, but at the beginning of this season, I told you guys that one of the things I'd probably do is take you to work with me. And part of the reason is I do a lot of riding in the summertime as commuting back and forth to work. I not only use my motorcycle for enjoyment, but I also use it as a mode of transportation. So living in a cold weather environment like I do, if you don't use your motorcycle to do some commuting to work, at least in my thought, you're losing out on a significant amount of riding time in a cold weather environment, because our season is short. We have, really we have 3 solid months that are good, provided it's, not raining, that are just, warm weather, that a vest and a flannel like I have on today is going to be perfectly sufficient. It's a little cool this morning, so it's only about 61, but it's perfect for a flannel and a vest kind of weather, which is kind of what I prefer to ride in. So for me, riding and commuting is a big part of my riding experience in a season. Besides the long trips that I like to take, obviously, my wife and I went on a trip to Duluth. I ride with friends. I just posted a video with the dual vlog with JC Cycles. So, I get an opportunity to do those things too, but I put on a lot of miles every year just commuting. So my commute is about 35 miles one way. So I commute about 60 miles a day, or excuse me, 70 miles a day. Bad math, right? But you can see this is how the road that I have to commute on. Essentially, this is a completely straight shot to the town that I work in. It's about 20 miles down this road. I spend about 10 or 12 miles on interstate, and then I get on this 2-lane highway. Now in North Dakota, this is a 2-lane highway. It probably would be anywhere, but this is really surrounded by farmland. So in the fall of the year, when they're doing all the harvesting, this road is a road that I avoid. This gets covered in the dirt from the farm field, so the tractors pull the dirt out of the road, and this road gets just covered in dirt and mud from these farm fields, and it's no bueno to ride on this road on your motorcycle in the fall of the year. So I'll ride on this one in the summer, obviously, when they're really not doing any harvesting, and these fields have a little ways to go. Some of these were damaged by some rains this year, and these fields flooded. But I will take this road whenever I can in the summer months, and then in the fall I have to take another highway that's a little bit different route to go to work. I like this route because it's very relaxing. It's a good way to start your morning. It takes little or no effort at all for me to cruise down this road. It lets me kind of get prepared for my day, whether I'm in my car or on my bike, and so this is just a really great road for me to ride. But that gets me to my topic, which is, do you think your motorcycle is a toy or a tool? And I think that it's my opinion, at least in the United States, that we truly view our motorcycles more as toys than we do as tools. Across the rest of the world, motorcycles are used as a main form of transportation. That's why in places like Europe, for instance, that lane splitting is legal, because they use motorcycling as a way to alleviate traffic congestion. Lots of people ride motorcycles to and from their places of business, you know, things like that, because it's easier, because, you know, it's you're not dealing with as much traffic and as many headaches riding a motorcycle back and forth to work as you would driving a vehicle. Many places it's cheaper to own and insure a motorcycle. Now, not necessarily a Harley. Harleys in countries outside of America can be very, very expensive. Can be, you know, twice as expensive as you'd see in the United States. So it's not necessarily Harleys that you're seeing being used as forms of transportation, but in many countries, motorcycles and scooters too are these main forms of transportation that they use really with a utilitarian idea in mind, right? They use them to haul things, and, you know, more than one person is riding on them at a time, and you really get the sense that motorcycles are more ingrained into some of those cultures as tools than they are as toys, which I think we view them as here, right? I think in the United States we view motorcycles as a luxury item. Plain and simple. We don't need them. They're you know, used to travel with, to enjoy, to bar hop, whatever, but they're not used as a form of commuting like I'm doing this morning. Not widely, right? There are places that people do use them, I would say, in, like, say, Florida, California, maybe Texas, some of the southern states where their riding seasons are much longer, where they can ride for the majority of the year. They're probably more using their motorcycles for transportation in those areas than we see here in the north. Here in the north, they probably very much are a toy and not a tool to be used for transportation or otherwise. So, but I really want to know what your opinion is. You know, do you use your motorcycle to commute back and forth to work, or is it really just for leisure? Do you use your motorcycle to do anything other than just your typical, you know, ride to the bar? Do you travel with your motorcycle? You know, I really want to know. Let me know in the comments below what you use your motorcycle for. Is it a tool? Is it a toy? Is it transportation? Is it, you know, what do you use it for? Because I'm curious how we perceive how we use our motorcycles, because for me it's both. For me it's both a tool and a toy, and many other things. It's you know, a big part of my life. They have been a big part of my life for a long time, all the way back to my childhood. You know, I started as a passenger riding motorcycles. The one thing that I wish I would have done, that I think I kind of missed out on, is in my youth I never got an opportunity to use to do any motorcycling. It's pretty beautiful down there. To do any motorcycling, like dirt biking or anything like that, which I wish I would have done. I wish I would have opened my horizons a little bit to something other than just cruiser style motorcycles, just so I had more of a variety of experiences to draw from. I'm certainly not opposed to any of those, but I do know, you know, I'm 45 years old. Getting on a dirt bike and ripping around and doing jumps is not in my wheelhouse anymore. I have too much to lose to get hurt on a dirt bike, and so for me, I'm gonna stay on a cruiser and stay on the street. But never say never, right? I'm not gonna close that door. I'm not gonna go out of my way to open it. It probably is not a good idea for me, but yeah, so hit me up and let me know what you think. I've got about oh, I don't know, maybe 15 or so more miles on this road before I get to work. And so, yeah, if you like what I'm doing today, if you like my content, hit the subscribe button below. I think it's going to be over here. I'll put up a link to another video that you guys might like on this side. And yeah, let me know what you think. So this is Kid Moto. I'm out.